Welcome to a new episode of Technique Tuesday. Today, I'm excited to share with you guys the Side Easel Fun Fold. So shout out to Karen Titus on Stampin' on the Back Porch. This is her idea. I found it in on my desktop of all places. And I've never made this card before. And I don't know if I was living under a rock, but I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a try and then I'll share it with you guys. So this is how it works. So you just have your card, and then the little mechanism here is the easel. So super cute, super easy. There's not a lot of whole lot of, hardness going on with this. So let's go ahead and let me tell you guys what you need. But first off, as always, try to make yourself a template so that you have an idea of how it works. And I'm going to tell you all the pieces that you need. And I always write what I need on my template. So it's all right here, but I'm gonna show that to you guys. Okay, so first off, let me get this out of the way. Okay, so all my little pieces here. So first off, you need a piece of paper that's gonna be your base. That is 5.5 by 4.25, just the standard size, A2 size. And then a piece of DSP, if you wish, or if you wanna do another piece of paper, you can. This is going to be 5.25 by 4. Okay, then you're gonna have your mechanism. Now I did mine a little bit different. I did mine 2 7/8 by 4. And that's gonna have some scoring, and I'll tell you the scoring in just a minute. And then for your piece that moves up and down, this piece is going to be 3, oops, hold on. Here we go, sorry guys. It's 3 by 4. So this is 3 by 4, 3 by 4. And then this piece here is going to be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 because it's going to mat right on here. All right. And that's really it. And then you just need your stuff to decorate. And then I already stamped everything and colored everything. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I would suggest is that you build on your decorative piece first, okay? And your mechanism piece, go ahead and grab that right now. And that is 2 7/8 by 4. And then you're gonna score it. What I did is 1 3/4, and then you're gonna score it again at 3.5, because I wanted a bigger flap here. I like the flap bigger so that I have more room to glue it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna apply that first on the bottom. And what I would also suggest is if you're gonna put a greeting, you kind of wanna line up where the greeting's gonna go. So we're gonna put the greeting here. And then we're gonna lay this over just to make sure everything's going to fit. Okay, so I'm gonna put the greeting down first, all right? And I would suggest if you are going to cut out a greeting on a piece of paper, a decorative piece of paper, that perhaps you glue it down first just to make sure everything's gonna fit, because you don't want it to be too big and then not have enough space for everything. All right, so hopefully my hair won't get in here. Hopefully it's straight. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna glue the mechanism down. So we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna glue it down. And you could probably use tape on this. I just used glue because it was what was on my desk. But we're just gonna put it here like so, and we're just gonna fold it over. Just like that. Oops. Just like that, see? Ta-da! Now, okay, so now let's go ahead and we'll glue the tree down. On the top. I thought this was really cute. And I made a few other ones, and I'll show you guys those at the end. But it's funny, I wasn't going to purchase this Winnie the Pooh, but oh, is it cute. Okay, so here is kind of the important part. When you're going to glue this down, you only want to apply glue to the bottom of your mechanism. okay? Just at the bottom. So just like so. That's kind of a lot of glue, but that's okay. Then you're gonna bring this in and you're just gonna line it up. And hopefully you won't see my hair because like I always tell you guys, I can't see very well. All right, there we go. Okay, so that is done. See, this is a quick, easy card. Okay, now we're gonna glue it on the base. I would suggest glue perhaps for the base or quite a bit of adhesive because you really wanna make sure that this flap is gonna stay. That should be more than enough. All right, let's get this down. Does everybody have fun plans for the summer? I think we're gonna go camping again. Believe it or not, we take all of our cats in the camper. We're those kind of people. But they seem to do well. They ride okay, so it's fun. I just don't wanna have to hire a pet sitter. Okay, so now we're just gonna put all of our little decorations down. And I don't know what I did with my tweezers. Oh, there they are. Yay, okay. It's funny how you have like your favorite tools, and I always tell you guys that these tweezers are my favorite. So I hope you will give this a try. This would be really cute for someone's birthday. There we go. Now I gotta put Pooh Bear on there. And I wanna now I'm gonna make sure that Eeyore is gonna go down, and when he slides up, his rump isn't gonna run into that. Okay. So that was one of the concerns I had when I made the card the first time, was that his rumpus would get in the way. Oh, he's so cute. I remember taking my kids to Disneyland years ago, and they got to get their picture taken with Winnie the Pooh. Oh, they were so excited. And I think it's just the front half for that. And there we go. Oh, so cute. Look at it. Okay, now the greeting. Here's what I would suggest. When you put your greeting down or whatever it is that you're gonna have that's gonna hold this, you wanna be sure that A, you have enough of the Stampin' Dimensionals on the back, and B, you wanna put your Stampin' Dimensionals close to the top of the greeting or the flower so that you know it's really gonna hold it. So I'm gonna line up this straight part right here with the top of the paper, just to make sure that it's really gonna hold tight on there when the easel goes up. So you see that? And I'm gonna put 3 because I really want it to be sturdy. I know some people it might be a little bit much, but I just really want it to hold. So that way, when the cardstock really sits in there, it won't bend your greeting, or it won't bend your flower, or it won't bend anything. It'll sit nicely for the recipient. And then what I did when I put it down is I went ahead and I held it up like so, and then actually I lined it up down here with the paper and kind of centered it. See, and then the dimensionals are really sitting, can you hear that? It's sitting right there, and it's nice and sturdy for that. Okay, that's it. That's it. Thank you, Karen Titus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was so fun. So Side Easel Fun Fold. So let me show you guys the other ones that I made. And I'll show you the one that took me the longest. So here's the very first one that I made. I put notes on the back this time because I'm so terrible and I always forget. So I used the Silly Old Bear and the Bloom Boutique DSP because this golden glow color really, really matches with Winnie the Pooh. So I thought that was really cute. And then for the, to hold it up, I used the little honey jar from the set, and that was it. And then here, I'll tell you what happened. So I stamped this greeting straight on the paper, right? So there's this gold right here, and you couldn't see it. So guess what I did? I just stamped it on a piece of paper and I covered it up. You can always try to cover things up and fix them. There are no mistakes and no wrong ways. So we can always cover it up. And so if you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up. Just keep trying and just do it again. Okay? All right, so the other one, I used the salted background paper, and of course I had to get out the octopus. I hope you guys aren't sick of the octopus yet. So this one, I didn't do any greeting. I just put a couple of the starfish, or not starfish, seahorses over here. And then for the greeting, I did many happy wishes on your birthday. And then if you're wondering where you'll sign the card at, you can always put a piece of paper here on the back and then just write your greeting, your happy birthday, you know, I love you, I miss you, all of those things. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm gonna set all of these up, or actually maybe I should leave them down, I don't know. But you tell me which one of these is your favorite, and I hope that you will give this a try. This was really fun, really easy, and hopefully I didn't take up too much of your time today, but I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment, like and share my videos and all that fun YouTubey stuff that I always forget to say, and go out and have a great day and give someone a hug. How about that? Give somebody a hug today, because you never know who needs a hug. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.